Hello, and thank you for joining today's webinar, hosted by Cox Kings, the Americas, and the German National Tourist Office. We'll hear from two speakers today, Michelle Otters, the Europe Destination Specialist for Cox Kings, the Americas, and Carolyn Belcher, the Sales Manager of the West Coast for the German National Tourist Office. If time allows, we'll also take questions at the end of the webinar. Please submit any questions in your participant sidebar. And to start us off, we will start with Michelle Otters.
Hi, everyone. Michelle, Destination Specialist for Europe for Cox Kings, the Americas. I'm just going to go over a brief overview of our company and what we do here. So here at Cox Kings, we're actually the world's oldest travel company. We were established in 1758, so we've been around for over 260 years now. We led the first Mount Everest expedition in 1922, as well as organized Gandhi's first trip to Europe. Today, we combine our legacy with innovation and global reach to deliver unforgettable experiences around the world. Exclusive luxury experiences crafted by the U.S. team of destination experts and specialists in our global destination management companies. So we are a boutique luxury tour operator and offer journeys to over 100 destinations worldwide. We offer a full line of luxury products, such as private FIT journeys, so they're 5-star, usually customized journeys around the world, as well as luxury small groups that offer unique experiences in small group travel at a 5-star level. We also have a dedicated in-house team of destination experts who curate unique experiences and gain special access for luxury travelers. So with over 260 years, we are the world's most experienced travel company, and we have a team of expert destination specialists. And with us, you will have one specialist from start to finish handling the reservation. We also are able to offer exclusive insider access through network of local companies, and we have 24/7 customer care with direct lines to the U.S. while the clients are traveling. And here's our team of destination specialists. As you can see, we have specialists for all regions: India, Middle East, Africa, Europe, Asia, and Latin America. And this is me, Michelle, Destination Specialist for Europe. So now I'm just going to go into a couple of itineraries that we have on our website for Germany. One of them being a new itinerary that we have just put together called the Romantic Road and Castles. This itinerary is 8 days, 7 nights, a private journey, and takes clients through Frankfurt, Würzburg, Rothenburg, Augsburg, Neuschwanstein, and Munich. And then the other itinerary that we do have is Picturesque Germany. This one's a 7-day, 6-night itinerary and also takes clients to Munich, Rothenburg, Dresden, and adding in Berlin at the end as well. So now I'm just going to go over a couple of hotel properties that I think are worth mentioning throughout the country. One of them is the Sofitel in Munich. It's a 5-star, very luxury hotel, centrally located in the city. It's actually situated directly across from the train station, so it also provides really great connectivity to other areas as well. And it's also located within walking distance of a famous brewery, the Augustiner Brewery. So if clients are interested in that, it's in a great location for that. The Hotel de Rome is in Berlin, and it's also a luxury 5-star hotel, part of the Roccaforte group. It's one of the most prestigious hotels in the city, and it's located within 5 minutes walk from some of the historical market squares of the city. And it also offers a wonderful rooftop terrace with some of the best views in town. Then here's the Schloss Elmau. This is a 5-star luxury spa retreat located in Bavaria, really close to the Austrian border. And it's actually just a 20 minutes drive from Garmisch-Partenkirchen, and that's actually home to the highest mountain in Germany. So this hotel is really great for clients that are looking for just nice relaxation. They have yoga opportunities, spa facilities, so it's really good in this secluded area of the country. Here's the Brenner's Park Hotel and Spa. This is also a 5-star luxury hotel, but it's located in Baden-Baden, which is in the Black Forest, so pretty close to the French border. It's set in a private park, so again, really provides exclusivity, secluded, and if your clients are interested in going to the Black Forest, this is a really good base to do some touring in that area. Then we have the Charles Hotel. This is another 5-star luxury hotel in Munich and also a part of the Roccaforte group. It's located near many of the historical landmarks of the city and also offers a spa with exclusive products and one of the longest luxurious pools in the city. And the last hotel I'll talk about is the Kempinski Hotel Berchtesgaden. This is a 5-star luxury wellness hotel in the Bavarian mountains. There's about 138 rooms and suites, and all of them offer views of the alpine surroundings, so it's really a beautiful location. And if you have clients that are interested in traveling to the Eagle's Nest, which is one of Hitler's former residences, this is actually a good base for that as well. They'll be able to easily do touring from this hotel. And lastly, I'm just going to go over some experiences and sites that we can include in our journeys for your clients. The first one I'll talk about is the Neuschwanstein Castle, one of Germany's most famous castles, built by the Bavarian king in the 1800s. And this castle is most known for being the inspiration for Walt Disney's Sleeping Beauty Castle in Disneyland. So a lot of guests really like to come visit here. We can definitely do tours on a private level as well as in our group journeys as well if they're interested in that. The Andechs Monastery is a really beautiful monastery located in Bavaria, and it's really famed for its brewery as well. And we were able to do beer tastings at the restaurant located on the monastery property. So it's kind of a unique experience. If you have any clients that are interested in beer, we can definitely do a beer tasting at a monastery in Germany. Then we have the Passion Play Theater in Oberammergau. The Passion Play is actually coming up in 2020. So this is a play that gets put on every 10 years. And we're able to include this in clients' itineraries, as well as during the off season, we can take guests there to do touring, behind the scenes, seeing some of the costumes and the sets and everything of the play. Then we can also do city tours, of course, in all of the cities in Germany. Specifically in Munich, we can take them to any of the historical squares, Nymphenburg Castle, the City Hall, of course. And we can, of course, customize the city tours to different interests. So if they're interested in World War II, history, art, culinary, we can also do beer tasting with a certified beer sommelier. So anything that your clients are looking for, we'd be able to do that in the city. As well as Berlin, again, we can tailor the itineraries to fit your client's interest if they're interested in World War II and all of the history, as well as Museum Island is in Berlin with tons of museums. So if they have any interest in that, we'd be able to include entrances and guided tours of anything that they're looking for. Then we have the Christmas markets. So of course, in the month of December, Germany lights up with the Christmas market. So I think this is a great opportunity for clients to get to really experience the traditional European Christmas market feel. And we would be able to take guests here as well, have them walk around, see the little shops, and drink a cup of hot coffee or cocoa, and just really enjoy the atmosphere. Then we have the Zugspitze, as I mentioned, is located in Garmisch-Partenkirchen. It is the highest mountain in Germany, so we would be able to include a cable car ride up to the top. There's also a restaurant up there, so if your guests want to eat or anything, you can do that as well. We can provide tours from Garmisch up to the mountain. And then we have Rothenburg. This is just one of the oldest and best known cities in Romantic Germany. It is included in both of the itineraries that we have on our website, so it is really popular and a great, just old town for clients to explore. And then we have the beer gardens. Of course, Germany is really well known for its beer and its beer gardens, Oktoberfest. So if your clients are really interested in that, we can, of course, include stops here. Brewery tours, again, there's many breweries all around Germany, so this is something that we could always include for your clients if they have any specific interest for this. And the Reichstag building in Berlin is one of the most popular attractions in the city. We can always include entrances for them up into the dome and private guided tours. As I mentioned, Berlin history is, of course, most important for the city. So if your clients are really interested in this, we can customize and tailor a tour for them based on what they're looking for. And then we have the Black Forest. So if you have clients that are interested in going a little bit more to the opposite side of the country, we can always include stops here. We have the hotel in Baden-Baden, as I mentioned earlier, and it's really well known for its cuckoo clocks. So if you have any clients that are interested in that, this is the perfect place for that, as well as the famous Black Forest cake. And then here are just some of our brochures. We have one for the luxury private journeys as well as the small group journeys. So feel free to take a look at them on our website, and then if you also want to call in, we can send brochure orders to you as well. And yeah, and here's all of our contact information. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. Now we're hearing from Carolyn.
Well, hello, everybody, and let me get my presentation started. Michelle and Blair, thank you so much for your part of the presentation. And Michelle, I absolutely agree with all of the experience you have mentioned in your presentation. I would absolutely book them all. From beer tasting in a monastery, I did this, was absolutely amazing. There's so many great things to do in Germany. But let me introduce myself to you guys first in case you don't know me yet. I am the West Coast Sales Manager of the German National Tourist Office. I am in Los Angeles. My name is Carolyn Bulcher. This is not my LA accent. I was actually born and raised in Germany in the state of Hesse, where Frankfurt is located, like 2 hours north of Frankfurt. And I'm super excited to tell you a little bit more about Germany today in general, and of course going a little deeper into the romantic route and castles tours that Cox Kings has just launched for your clients. So let me hold on my slides. We're going to talk just for one slide about some facts, and then how to get to Germany, how to get around in Germany, things to do, and we're going into the itinerary. So welcome to Deutschland, welcome to Germany. And this is the only slide I promise you guys has to do with numbers. I want to show you that we have a 7.1% increase from the U.S. travel to Germany in 2018. That's really amazing, and I always leave this slide in here because I want to say thank you to all of you who are on the phone today, because you keep sending your clients to Germany, and I think that's so amazing. I know they will come back with lots of great memories about Germany. I'm almost certain they will come back to Germany because there's so much to see, and one visit with 7 to 14 days is just not enough. So how do we get to Germany? We have about 480 non-stop flights from 35 U.S. gateways to Germany, such as Frankfurt, Munich, Hamburg, Berlin, Düsseldorf. And of course, as you know, as you are experts, those numbers always change from winter to summer, and some, take on some new routings or just don't do it anymore. So those numbers change. Once you are in Germany, how do you get around? Well, I have lived for 25 years in Germany and I have never owned a car. Public transportation is really amazing. And when I travel with my children and we land in Frankfurt, they always say they don't want to get picked up by grandparents. They want to go on the ICE train, that's our high-speed train, and go from Frankfurt to Kassel. There's a board restaurant in there. You can sit in there and eat and drink and enjoy the scenery. It's very comfortable. I always say we Germans are very OCD, so everything is very punctual, very clean, very safe. It's a good way of traveling. And if you are on one of the Cox and Kings itineraries and it ends in Munich or Berlin, we have a new train connection that goes from Berlin to Munich and vice versa in 3 hours and 55 minutes, which is really amazing, very fast. And so you can combine those two amazing cities in one short trip. Of course, we have buses and subways. You can take the plane too from one city to another, but honestly, the country is so small that traveling by train would be probably at the very end faster. And who hasn't dreamt of driving a Porsche, BMW, Mercedes, Audi, you name it, on the German Autobahn? We have lots of rental car stations, so if your clients are interested in going on the Autobahn with no speed limit, absolutely possible. Just make sure they are aware of the rules and regulations. The left lane is the fast lane. That's where you pass and don't hang out. So when you're in Germany, what are you going to do? Well, you can do anything from in the winter skiing. You can go hiking. You can go on a Zeppelin ride, on a blimp ride, which is in Mainau down in by Lake Constance. So you can see Austria, Switzerland, and Germany from the Zeppelin ride. Lots of our luxury clients are interested in porcelain classes. We make great porcelain in Germany, so why not booking a class and, paint and color some porcelain? We have over 6,200 museums in Germany, and literally from a chocolate museum to a sausage museum to the largest science and technology museum in Munich. This is the Spy Museum you see on the picture in Berlin. There's lots to do for your clients. So let me talk a little bit about this beautiful itinerary Cox and Kings put together. I love this itinerary actually because I feel like it has really great traditional stops in it, such as Munich and Frankfurt, but there's some other things in there that not everybody is offering, and I think that's really unique, and it shows you a really amazing side of Germany. Of course, you land in Frankfurt, and Frankfurt is not just an airport. It has a lot to offer. It's on the river Main, Main, so we call it, because of the skyscrapers, we call it Manhattan. It's really fun. It has lots of museums. There's a museum embarkment. Your clients can basically stay all day long in the museums they offer there. They have a beautiful opera. It's called Alte Oper, Old Opera, and it was completely destroyed in World War II. And they rebuilt it and opened up in 1981 again. And I have seen a musical in it, and it's absolutely outstanding. If they don't have time to actually see an opera, have them still go inside because the architecture is amazing. This is new old town. It is a quarter in Frankfurt where you can book like a walking tour for an hour. It was also destroyed in World War II, and they reconstructed the buildings. There's 35 of them in the quarter. 15 are reconstructed, and 20 are newly built. And they're little cafes and shops, and you learn all about the history. Because I'm from the state of Hesse, I want to show you what we love to eat. Our traditional dish is the green sauce. It's a cold sour cream dish, has to have specific herbs in there that you see on the back in that picture, hard-boiled eggs, and we eat it over boiled potatoes, and we love it so much. We have a festival every year. It's the Green Sauce Festival, and we're trying to break our own world record every year on how many green sauces we are selling. So that's very big. As you heard from Michelle, beer is what we drink in the morning and for lunch, during dinner. But in Frankfurt, we drink apple wine. It's like an apple cider. And there's an area in Frankfurt where there are little breweries that you can go to, and you just drink this. It's very refreshing. I love it. I actually had one yesterday evening. And then when you go from Frankfurt, you keep going to Würzburg. That's the capital of Lower Franconia. It's a lovely Baroque city in Germany. It's a very popular stop among tourists traveling the romantic route. It's beautifully located in the valley of the Main River and is surrounded by grapevine-covered hills. Interesting place to visit is definitely the UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Residence Palace, which you see here on the picture. Gorgeous. From the inside as well, as you can see, all of our castles and palaces are absolutely beautiful. I want to always just move in right away. It doesn't matter if they have electricity or not, but I see myself walking up and down those stairs. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you will also stop on one of the oldest vineyards of Würzburg, Castle Steinburg, and you can do wine tasting there or just walk around in the vineyard and enjoy the scenery. Michelle mentioned Rothenburg ob der Tauber. I love that word or that name. I think it sounds so good. Rothenburg is a very small a medieval town, very popular with the U.S. Population. It is like you step back in time when you enter this, and you can do like a nightman's watch tour in the evening when you stay overnight. And the cobblestones and half-timbered houses, they just make you feel really, really good there. It's a beautiful town. And then you will head the next day to Augsburg, and you stop in Dinkelsbühl. And I think that's just so unique because not everybody has it in their itinerary. And it's just another very beautiful fairy tale atmosphere, medieval town. And people from all over the world actually go there and visit. And the headquarters of the Romantic Road Association actually is in Dinkelsbühl. So they know it's good. And then you head to Nördling. I have personally not been in Nördling, but I love this picture. I've seen it many times. This beautiful medieval city has actually an intact old city wall. And you see it. It's like it's circling around the entire city, and right in the middle is this beautiful St. George Church, and you can go up on the church. It's about 300 feet high, and you have a beautiful view over the city of Nördlingen. And they have also a town hall that is actually from the 13th century. So this is really just gorgeous. And then you're going over to Augsburg, and the Romans founded Augsburg in 15 before Christ, making it the oldest city or the oldest town in Bavaria. And the city is between the rivers Lech and Wertach and is named after its founder, Emperor Augustus. And Augsburg just received our newest UNESCO World Heritage Site. So we are now at 46 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Germany. That's very exciting. And then you will head over to Füssen, but you know where you have to stop, Neuschwanstein Castle. And I remember as a child, my parents had like a puzzle with thousands of puzzle pieces, and I was always so amazed by the beauty of this picture, and I wanted to go so badly, and I actually had to move to America to finally see this castle. I went there last year, and it was absolutely mind-blowing, gorgeous. You stop at the foothills of the castle, and then you take a horse carriage ride up to the castle. You get tickets for a certain time slot, and you have to be at that time on the tour into the castle. Otherwise, your ticket will expire, and you can't get on another tour because they're fully booked and so popular. And it would be a shame if you would miss it, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And when you go to Füssen, you also stop at Wieskirche Church. Wieskirche is a pilgrimage church and also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And true pilgrims, they will park their cars in Steingaden. This is just the town before the church, and then they will walk to the church. And the church is absolutely, I think it doesn't look too fancy from the outside, just like a regular church in Germany. You will see that a lot, but this is how it would look from the inside, for example. I think the ceiling in this church is seriously a masterpiece of human creativity. It's gorgeous. And then, of course, you will also stop in Oberammergau. Michelle mentioned it already. It's known for the Passion Play that takes place every 10 years in Oberammergau. I also visited in November for the first time Oberammergau, and it's a teeny tiny town. And I was just amazed by the thought of 500,000 people visiting next year. I mean, it's really a small town, but they are all ready for your clients, and they're so excited to have them all come in, and they're so proud of being part of this tradition. So all the houses are beautifully painted, as you see, and everywhere flowers, and you have the mountains in the background. It's really a fun, great traditional Bavarian town to visit. And then you head into Munich, and Munich is the capital of Bavaria. It's a very traditional Catholic city, yet very innovative and fun to be in, and lots of history. You can hang out in the English Garden like we all do. We drink our beer, we have a picnic, and just do some people watching. And there's also a river in the English Garden where you can go surfing, or you just watch the surfers. Your clients want to come home with a BMW, no problem. They can go to BMW World, pick it up, and bring it back home with them, or they can just go inside and visit the museum. And how about eating at a one-star Michelin-rated restaurant, because BMW has one. And we have 309 Michelin-star-rated restaurants in Germany, so we're not just about beer, bratwurst, and sauerkraut. We have a whole lot more to offer. And if you haven't eaten at a Michelin star-rated restaurant, put this on your own bucket list as well as of your clients. And then how about your clients are going to the Olympic Stadium? If they want to stay a couple more days in Munich, I would absolutely recommend doing this. Yeah, and just to come to an end, our 2019 themes are 100 Years of Bauhaus, which is an architectural movement found by Walter Gropius. And then we have the 30-year anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall, which happened, 30 years ago in November. And there are going to be lots of exhibits and concerts, etc., all about the anniversary in Berlin. And we have next year, 2020, the Oberammergau Passion Play, as I already mentioned, as well as the 250th birthday of Ludwig van Beethoven. That will happen next year as well. Definitely check out our website, germany.travel. We have really good information on that website. I use it almost on a daily basis. If I have something I have no clue about, I just put it in the search bar and good info comes up. You can sign up for our newsletter and follow us on any kind of social media account. Facebook, we put really good content on there as well. And that's it. So danke und auf Wiedersehen. And let me please know if you have any questions, and feel free to reach out if you ever need anything in regards to Germany. So thank you, Blair and Michelle. And let's see if we have some questions.
Thank you. Yes, we do have a few questions. The first one was, what is the best way to get to Baden-Baden from Frankfurt? If you'd want to answer that, Carolyn.
There's definitely a train connection. It is not a problem. I think it's only 1.5 hours away from Frankfurt, if I'm not wrong, but absolutely doable by train.
Great. And Michelle, they were also wondering, what other tours besides just in Baden-Baden can we offer in the surrounding area?
We can do tours all throughout the Black Forest. So if your clients are really interested in nature, we can definitely do some guided touring all around the Black Forest. As I mentioned, the cuckoo clocks are a huge draw to that area as well. So we can definitely incorporate some of that into it also.
Wonderful. Carolyn, do you have any other suggestions for day tours from Baden-Baden?
You know what? I just had a webinar with the tourist office from Baden-Baden. She mentioned so much, so I know I have it somewhere on my computer if that person who was asking the question wants to reach out. I know she was saying, it's a good base for even going to the other countries, which I don't want to name right now, but and then you have Frankfurt, and you can do the Rhine River cruises. I know they did it with KD together. So there's lots of things you can do from having a base in Baden-Baden.
Great. And Carolyn, the next question is for you as well. Is there a specialist course or fam trip discounts for agents?
No, we don't have a course for travel agents. Unfortunately, it's something I keep bugging about. I do know, though, that there are, like Black Forest, for example, they created their own agent training where you get a certificate at the very end. I can definitely, my follow-up email, put that link in there if interested. And I can also ask around if there are other states, cities that will offer it. But not from the German National Tourist Office. And we have sometimes FAM trips. So if you're interested in a FAM trip, maybe you want to put this or you can send me an email and I can put you on the list. We don't have many anymore, but I can definitely put you on the list for a FAM trip.
All right. Well, thank you, Michelle and Carolyn. That's going to conclude it for today. Really appreciate you taking the time to walk us through Germany and Cox Kings, the Americas today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.